trig form of complex numbers. We'll use the letter Z to stand for a complex number. The standard form is simply a plus bi. I is the square root of -1. A and b are just regular numbers. In order to graph a complex number, you have to go to what's called the complex plane. In the complex plane, you have the real axis and you have the imaginary axis. The a part of the complex number is the real part, and the bi part is the imaginary part. And so in order to graph a number, you simply go out a distance a horizontally, and then up or down a distance b vertically, and then this dot represents the complex number. Notice that in the complex plane, a single dot is not an ordered pair. It is a single number, the number a plus bi. Well, there is also a trig form for complex numbers. And let's see how that works. I'm going to take that same number, a plus bi. I'm still in the complex plane. Well, trig form says instead of naming that number using the horizontal and vertical distances, what if we named it using r, the distance from the origin to the number itself, and theta, the angle I would rotate from the positive part of the real axis. In other words, the trig form is like having a polar form for complex numbers. And because this picture is essentially the same one we used for polar coordinates, all of those same polar relationships apply between the variables in that picture. Now, obviously, I don't have x and y here. I have a in place of my x, so a would be r cosine theta, and I have b, which would be equal to r sine theta. And I can use those relationships then to write a different format for the complex number. So we have a plus bi, but in this new trig form, the a can be replaced with r cosine theta, and the b can be replaced with r sine theta. I'm going to factor the r out to the front, and that leaves me with r parentheses cosine theta plus, and then we typically write the I in the front, I sine theta. This is called the trig form of a complex number. And it's simply a different way of writing that same number using theta and r instead of a and b. There is a way to abbreviate this as well. We write r cis theta, where cis theta stands for cosine theta plus I sine theta. In this new form, the r is called the modulus of the number. And to keep things simple, our modulus, our r, will always be positive. The theta in this definition is called the argument. And again, to keep things simple, we'll just consider theta to be within one positive rotation. So theta will always be in the interval 0 to 2 pi, or if we're in degrees, in the interval 0 degrees to 360 degrees. We may deviate from that from time to time, but for the most part, we'll just keep the angle as simple as we can. We will always keep the modulus positive. Thanks for watching.